DM Astrology. Today we are going to see a detail of Saturn Mahadasha. A very important event. If somebody is having the Saturn Dasha in his lifetime, that is the best Dasha. I have seen those who born in the Ketu Mahadasha or Venus Dasha or up to Sun Dasha have very hard time to get the Saturn Dasha because it comes by 80 or 90 age. So, those who are lucky, who born in the Saturn Dasha, those who are going to face that Saturn Dasha, they are the really a lucky person. So, that we are going to see. So, what happens in the Saturn Dasha? What happens? So, it is really a time of getting justice. Now, justice, it doesn't mean that you have a litigation, you apply to the court and where you will get a justice. Here, I want to say justice means that your deeds will mature, your deeds will give you result. This is the only time whereby the person gets his deeds. So whatever the deeds you perform, the result is always being given by the Saturn. So all the karmas, whatever the karma you have done till the time when you are born or till the time your inception of a soul. So this is a time whereby you will be going to get all your deed mature during the Saturn Dasha. So it is a time for a justice. It is a time to perform deeds. If you have a Saturn Dasha, then you have to perform your part of a duty, your part of the deeds, and whatever the karma you brought from the past life and whatever the path you have to run, that you have to perform during this time. It is a time for doing charity and social services. Because Saturn only like to serve. So if you are under the Saturn Dasha, start doing charity and social service. That will be a very good time in the Saturn time. It's also time for the politics and governance. I seen many of a politician got a very good position during the Saturn Dasha, or during that Saturn Dasha they being more famous in the public or as a society at large. So it's a time for politics and governance. It is also creating sannyas, devotion or sacrifice. So it is a time where people normally renounce the world. It is not only that to wear the saffron color or white color and just leave the home, but it's a time for really a sannyas where you leave the materialistic things and more you are in the devotee time. It's a time for spirituality. It is also time because Jupiter, prior to Saturn, the Jupiter Dasha comes. That is a time for the religiousness, and during the Saturn is the spirituality. Now, spirituality here means go inside, go deep inside, not to search anything outside, but search everything inside. So that is also there. That means give up own self. You have to just give up your own self and you have to work on your own way. It's also time for resolution of a litigation. If you are facing the litigation since long back, then this is a time whereby you will come out from the litigation. It may be amicable settlement and you will really get a justice. It is a time for coming out from the fear. Whatever the fear you carries prior to the Saturn Dasha, once the Saturn Dasha comes, there will be no fear. Because Saturn is a Karak of 8th house, which is a house of fear. So all the fear which you carries inside, that all comes out, becomes a reality, and then you will come out from the fear. So unknown fear also, it will dilute it. It's also a time for getting inheritance blessing. If you are kind enough and your 8th house is powerful, so whatever the legacy you are going to get from your family, from your ancestor, this is a time where inheritance gain will be acquired. That is also a time. It is a time where everything gets on the time because Saturn is a Kala. So during Saturn Dasha, everything come on the time. Many people become more punctual. Even in Sun Dasha also, but that's a very short period. But in Saturn Dasha, I have seen people become regular. They are very, very particular about the time. They themselves also do everything on time and they expect others also to perform on the time. They feel delay. It is also time where they feel delay, but it's not delay, but it is sure. Everything will come on the time, so there is nothing called as a delay during this period. It's a time to focus on the career. It's a very good time for 19 years where you can focus on your career and job opportunity. If you are doing a job, if you are serving someone, then this is a time where your service will be recognized and your job will be giving you a good position. So that is also there. It always make the person occupied. I have seen the Saturn Dasha in the childhood, middle age or old age, people always being occupied. Some or the other, because of the timing, whatever the time that Dasha comes, during that age, whatever will be the priority, you will be involved in this. In childhood, you are very particular about your education. In middle age, you are into the career. In old age, you are taking care of your health. That's also a Saturn. So it will make the person always being occupied. If Saturn Mahadasha and Sadesati both come together, it's a miracle. It's a real very good time. It's really a training time and growth time. Because mentally also you are prepared and physically also you are being under the Saturn. So that is the best period if you have a Saturn Sadesati and Saturn Dasha all together. That's the best. People scare about it, but if you are already under the Saturn Dasha and your Sadesati start, Sadesati will not bring anything new. You will be not facing any new problem. If Saturn Dasha falls after the age of 36, then it will be a golden opportunity. So it will be Saturn Dasha will be the best time in your life, because Saturn mature by age of 36. So if you are facing the Saturn Dasha after the age of 36, that will be the best time of your life and you will be getting everything on time. So if after 36 if you are facing Saturn Dasha, don't worry, just relax. For Capricorn and Aquarius ascendant, being it is an ascendant lord, it will be the best Dasha. Whatever your purpose of life, whatever your deeds are there, that you will be fulfilled. If it is your D9 chart lord, if it is your D9 ascendant lord or D10 ascendant lord, then that purpose related to the D9 chart or related to the D10 career oriented you will get. Otherwise in the main chart, D1 chart, if you are Capricorn and Aquarius ascendant, then you will be fulfilling all your dreams. Whatever you have thought about yourself, whatever the best thing you can do from your body, that you can perform if you are under the Makar and Kumbha, that is Capricorn and Aquarius ascendant. If you are Taurus and Libra, then it will be a secondary best planet in your chart. First is always the ascendant, so as a Venus, but second best is a Saturn. So being the Yoga Karak planet in this, both the ascendant in the Taurus and Libra, Saturn become Yoga Karak, so it is the second best planet, and Venus and Saturn are the close friend. So those who are under the Taurus ascendant and Libra ascendant, if you are going to face the Saturn Dasha, that also a Yoga Karaka, your 4th and 5th house lord if it is Libra, and your 9th and 10th house lord if it is a Taurus, will be activated during that period. Now if you are in the Aries, Gemini, Scorpio and Sagittarius ascendant, it will be an average time. It will not so good. See, for Capricorn, Aquarius, Taurus and Libra, these 4 ascendant, extraordinary good time for the Saturn Dasha. For Aries, Gemini, Scorpio and Sagittarius ascendant, it will be an average time. Not so good, not so bad. But if you are in the Cancer, Leo, Virgo and Pisces ascendant, then it will be somewhat not so good Dasha for you. Or I don't say it is a bad, but it is a challenging time. It is not so good time in your life. If Saturn plays, suppose in your chart, if Saturn plays in 6th house, 8th house, 10th house and 12th house, which is its Karak house. If it is placed in its Karak house, then it will also, that Dasha will be very good, because minus always plus. If your Saturn is debilitated and you are facing the Saturn Dasha, that is also a very good time. So those who are born in 70s around 1970, 2000, and now also it will come. If you are facing the Saturn Dasha, being Saturn debilitated, it will not going to cause you any harm. So you will be getting good result. So if Saturn plays in 6, 8 and 10, 6, 8 and 10 and 12th house, this 4 house, then it will be good time for you in the Saturn Dasha. If your Saturn plays in 1st house, 4th house, 7th house, 10th house, that is Kendra. If Saturn plays in your Kendra house, then it will delay your pleasure. It will somewhat creating a new challenges to getting your pleasure, so it is not so good. If your Saturn is placed in 2nd house, 3rd house or 11th house, then it is average good time. You may get the result by your own efforts. If it is a place, Saturn plays in 5th house and 9th house, then it will be also somewhat a tough period, because it will be a past deeds it will open, or it will create you a new deeds which you are going to face in the future. So 5th house and 9th house average a tough time. If it is a own sign and exalted sign, then Saturn Mahadasha will be also very good. See, own sign that we already talk about the Capricorn and Aquarius, and if it is exalted in the Libra, then also Saturn will give you a lot of things. If Saturn falls in your 2nd, 4th and 6th Dasha, and even if 8th Dasha, if you are lucky, so then also it will be a very good time in your life. So if it is a even Dasha, 2nd Dasha, 4th Dasha, 6th Dasha or 8th Dasha in your sequence, then also it will give you a very good result. So it is an average point of a Saturn Mahadasha. Now what we have to learn from it is what we have to do and what we have to don't. During Saturn Dasha, if you are already in the Saturn Dasha, if you are going to face the Saturn Dasha, what you should avoid and what you should carry during the Saturn Dasha. So now we are going to see do and don'ts of Saturn Dasha. The first most thing is that don't lie, because Saturn doesn't like a liar. So if Moon Saturn is there, we call it as a big liar. If Saturn is in 2nd house also we call it. But don't tell lie, because Saturn doesn't like the truth. You should stick to the truth. However challenges you will face, that challenge will give you good deeds, but don't tell lie. Don't drink, especially alcohol, and don't eat a non-veg. If you are already in the Saturn Sadesati also, and if Saturn Dasha is also there, because Saturn doesn't like a tamasic, so it will cause you negativity. So if you are in the addiction, try to reduce the addiction of alcohol or non-veg. You should restrict. Tell truth, that I already told you that it doesn't like a lie. So be a truth, close to the truth or only truth. During Saturn Dasha, it is always good to continue work or occupy yourself. Do some or the other work. Continues, either social work or commercial work, or keep yourself active. Any activity, do anything. Also, don't play any gambling. No gambling during Saturn Dasha, no card playing, anything. Not to gamble, because Saturn doesn't like the gambling. You should help everyone unconditionally. Whenever you help someone, don't expect that they will also help you, because Saturn needs help. So you should help others. That is very good. Then you should show the way to others. Those who come to you, help them. Show the right path. Show the way. Even in road also, when you are walking, if somebody asks the address where this is, if you know, then you should guide them, and you should tell them the truth. You should guide them. So always show the way. Avoid any bad habits. If you have any bad habits, anything, then you should avoid during the Saturn Mahadasha. It may cause your bad deeds. You should be kind with your servants and laborers. During the Saturn Dasha, it will be very good if you are very comfortable with your laborers and servants. If you have any issue earlier, if there is any dispute, try to resolve that dispute and try to come out from that, so that Saturn will be always pleased with you. During this period, do lot of charity and especially a donation. Donate food, clothes, medicine and all the utilities, whatever the people want, to poor, beggars and needy people. That is also a very good cause, doing good deeds. Learn and practice dhyana, yoga and meditation, because Saturn is a patience. So patience you can only develop while you are under the dhyana, means meditation, dhyana and yoga. Do learn also and also practice also and also teach others. That is also very good. Become spiritual by mind, body, soul and thought. Spiritual means you should think for yourself and you should think for others also. So become a spiritual. Be a very straightforward person by mind, body, means by thought also you should not give anybody's trouble. By bodily also feel sorry. If you have done anything, just immediately feel sorry, say sorry. And soul also, insidely also feel some feelings about others. And by thoughts, try to give more than the expecting something from others. Okay, so this is a we call it as a master key during Saturn Dasha, that try to give more and more to others and don't expect anything from them. So these all are the general principle, general do's and don'ts of the Saturn Dasha. If you are already undergoing and somewhat suffering, then apply all these things and you will find that how better you have done your deeds and you will be given the justice. And that is our purpose. Only Saturn Dasha and Saturn Antardasha will give you a justice. If you are not lucky to get the Saturn Mahadasha, then you can practice all the do's and don'ts when you fall in the Saturn Antardasha also. Pratyantar will be very small time, but you can practice in Mahadasha and Antardasha. For all this betterment, I have done this video. I hope I have done my part of deeds. I have done positive deeds. Now it is your turn. If you are under the Saturn Sadesati, Saturn transit in particular houses or Saturn Mahadasha, then do practice all these things and keep helping others so that they will also come out from their negativity, their bad things, and they will also enjoy. See, ultimately we came here to dissolve our karmas, our deeds, so that we will not take again and again birth. So for that reason, you have to listen this video again and again, also advise somebody and make practice in your own life. For that, I give you blessing, all the best. I hope that you like this video. For such information and consultation, you can always contact me in the WhatsApp number given here. You can also connect with me in my Facebook page, Dharmesh Mehta or DM Astrology. I hope you like this video. Do like, share and subscribe my channel DM Astrology, and do share this and press the bell icon or like icon so that you will be always get the notification when my video comes. So I hope you like this video. Thank you very much.